Hi, everyone. This is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamelin, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a timeless collective love reading for my singles, and all signs are welcome and any sign that you may be thinking of. Today, I'm going to ask my spirit guides what is coming around you, what is headed your way. I have 1212 on my clock. I just noticed I have an angel number as I'm starting to record this, so I'll take that. So let's see what the cards are saying. Let's see what's coming your way. Please use these readings to help you to manifest a love that you are worthy and deserving of, or to confirm a love that's coming into your life. So let's see what we have. Let's get started. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to anybody that's new. I'm so grateful that you were guided here. Spirit, please share with me any loving messages for my singles. What is it that you need them to know at this time? What is it that you want them to hear? I am listening for you now. I have glow. Beautiful. Insight, guidance, enlightenment. Okay, so how about this feeling of your glow up, right? This feeling of you are attracting the love of your life, right? And you feel good about yourself. And I do feel like that happens. I feel that there's a card that I like recently. I keep running across it in one of my decks. It's called, it says, Revenge Body. And I think it's a riot because it's so true. You come out of a relationship and you say, you know what? I don't know. You get like this kind of self-motivation. I'm going to lose weight. I get a haircut. I get new clothes. I have a do-over, you know, and you're looking good and you're feeling good about yourself and you're living your life and you're single again and you're glowing. Okay. It's a glow up. So you are in a good place, and that is the energy that is the magnet. Okay, so they're saying a magnetic force, and that you're a magnet. You're a magnetic force to be reckoned with. That's cute. You know, like you're you know, watch out, here you come. So yeah, so this feeling of I'm not going to let anything hold me back, that feels good. I have a vampire. I am being drained of your time and energy. I am not doing this anymore, right? I am not going to allow somebody into my life that zaps me and just takes it all away from me. So we all know those vampires out there. They're pretty draining, pretty painful. I have a love potion, love, attraction, and sexual arousal. So the little bit of a what have you done to me feeling as, you know, you start to fall in love and it's true. Sometimes you feel like you're, am I on a drug? Am I inebriated? You know, just the hormones, the chemicals in your body, you know, you're just kind of like, woo, you know, what is going on with me? So, you know, it is a feeling of what have you done to me? I always like that, so that you could be doing that to them or both. But it is a feeling of you know, my head is spinning and my world is changing, and, you know, physically I feel dizzy. So that feels nice. I have beautification. Okay. Reorganizing your life, I'm going to say, how about making yourself, yeah, reorganizing your life. You know, sometimes you have those big changes in your life and you move. Okay, you could redecorate your house. You could make a house for the first time in a long time, if ever, look like just you, the way that you want it, not the way that somebody else wanted things. So, you know, sometimes I'm going to call it the new you. And, you know, now you're entering into something that I feel like is going to be your choice. Spirit, please share with me. I have a Hermit. I have a Justice card. I have a Page of Pentacles. And I have a Page of Wands. So it came into like me as a meeting of the minds for some reason. Could be connected to work. It could be, I don't know, somehow I had to talk to this person about something and maybe there was a little spark there. Maybe I met this person through, I don't know, they came to my house and did some construction at my house. You know, I mean, it could be all kinds of reasons, but it came across as like a meeting of the minds. Like we're talking about something totally unrelated to dating each other. And we are comparing notes or we are going over information somehow. So this person could come into you in some kind of business world or work world. You know, it could be you walked into, I'm just going to say Home Depot just because I can't think of anything else. And you had to ask the person at Home Depot about, you know, what paint to buy. And you started talking to this person, you know, so it feels like that. It's like the meeting of minds, you know, like this person's giving me information that I was seeking, and somehow it turned into more. Okay, so you never know. You know, there's some crazy stories out there about how people have met. I mean, I always love to ask people, how did you meet your person? I have a King of Swords. Yeah, it came into me as this person's a talker. I don't know if it's like they talk incessantly, but they could be the one who grabs your attention. They could be the one who initiates the conversation. They could be the one who, you know, keeps asking you questions because they're really interested in you. So this person isn't afraid to talk. They're very interested in you. I have a King of Wands. So that's why they're keeping the conversation going. I have the World. How do I get you into my world? How do I get you into my arms? Yeah. So, you know, do people cross paths and somebody is assertive enough to say, I have nothing to lose. I'm going to ask this person if they're single, if they're available, if they're interested in dating people. Are they interested in dating me if we had a chance? So somebody who's takes it upon themselves to say, hey, you know, can I buy you a drink? Can I take you out? Can I get you a cup of coffee? Anything. So somebody who they're coming in with an offer. This is somebody who's assertive. They're not afraid to ask. They're not afraid to come forward, and if they ask for your phone number, if they ask you to, you know, go out to drinks or for, you know, let's go out to dinner and talk, whatever, a date, that they are not afraid to get to know you. So that feels really, really good. That's nice. I like assertive people. I don't like the person who, I don't know, just kind of hangs out and waits and doesn't take initiative. It's like, come on, be a grown up, you know, just pick up the phone and call and, you know, make a date. Spirit, please share with me. I have social media. Okay, I checked out your social media. They could reach out to you through social media. Maybe they met you one way, but they somehow, you know, maybe you said, hey, you can find me on, you know, Instagram. You can find me here. You can find me there. But maybe that's how we start talking. I have braids. Okay, I love your braids. I love your hair. It could be as simple as I love your hair. I love your smooth skin. Okay, gorgeous. I like your hairline. I like your trim. I like your goatee. I feel like a trimmed facial hair. I have kinky. I don't know about that. That card always makes me laugh, but you know, to each his own. You never know. Maybe we have some play toys and that's okay too. I have straight hair, long straight hair. I could work in retail. Now that could make sense. You bumped into each other in a retail environment. You bumped into each other and I work at a bar. I work at a restaurant. You know, I see you every time I come in here and I'm just wondering, you know, are you single? Are you Are you available? You're the receptionist every time I walk into the gym, you know, so there's that kind of feeling. So something is going on. I have management. This person could be the person who runs the business or owns the business. I have a student. Okay, somebody who has a lot of education under their belt. Maybe it's a big part of their time spent, or for what they do for work, they had to go to school for a long time, something like that. I have trading, Bitcoins. Maybe I'm involved in the financial market, stock market, financial traders, stingy. It came into me as I don't like stingy. So they probably aren't stingy. Maybe that's something that it's like, I just don't want cheap. I don't care that somebody doesn't drop, you know, they don't have to bring you to a 5-star restaurant, but don't be cheap either. So it's, you know, or make a point of it that it stands out that they got some weird money issues. So maybe that's something that's important to you. It's something that you look for. Like, I'm not going to have somebody, maybe that's somebody you had in the past and you're not going to be there again. I have politics. That came into me more as we speak the same language. So we could have the same political party energy, that we like the same kind of things. You know, we kind of root for one team. So maybe that's something that's important to us. I have socially awkward. That came into me, not one of the two of you, but possibly a family member, unfortunately. Like I could have a crazy a brother that's, you know, a black sheep in the family. I could have a sister that's like really out there. So it felt more like just a family member that, I don't want to say chose the wrong path, but just chose a different path than where you're at. And kind of everybody knows it. Spirit, can I have some initials? What are some initials around this person? Let's say first initials, last initials. Maybe you'll get your person's name for some of you. I have an H, the letter K, M, S, A, E, D, M, X. I have an I have a V, I have a P, I have a B, I have a C, G, G, O. Let's get a couple more. D and the letter T. Okay. Spirit, what sign might they be? Let's get a couple signs. They could be an Aquarius, Sagittarius. You could be Sun, Moon, Rising, any of these as well. I have Capricorn. I have a Scorpio today. And I have an Aries. Okay, so we'll take those. It's just a handful of signs. Spirit, any other, how about some personal clues? Let's see what they say. Personal clues about this connection. Plays an instrument. Okay, that's a good clue, right? They're saying drums. Oh boy, somebody who can play the drums. I have somebody who's tall, taller than you. I have looked for a tattoo. It came into me even more specific. It said a tattoo on their back of their right arm, okay, right shoulder, okay, something like that. I have 2 siblings. I am a night owl. I am definitely a night owl. Maybe I stay up too late at night watching TV, being on the computer. I drink black coffee, maybe to stay up late. I drink black coffee. I'm obsessed with my car being clean. Okay. I have hazel colored eyes. Beautiful. I am a big football fan. I have a roommate right now. I have somebody has long hair. Somebody has beard. I did feel that earlier. I felt like it was a very trimmed facial hair, like a goatee or something like that. I have management. I run a business. And I want to go away. I want to go away far. I don't want to just go on little trips. I want to travel. I want to travel the world. So that could be something that you talk about. And they like weekends away. They like short trips. And then they like the idea of a long trip. And they also like to eat out. Okay, so that could be a clue that maybe they like to eat out all the time. So hopefully they're picking up the tab if they're not, and they're not stingy. Maybe that's why that stingy card came in. Spirit, can I have some clues? Let's get some clues. Let's see what they have for us. Okay, I'm going to zoom in here. Okay, so I have a big, beautiful bowl. And let's see. Okay. Let's see what they're saying. Okay, so the first thing came in was this Big Ben. So I want to travel to England. I want to travel to Italy. I want to travel to Europe. So maybe that's like where they want to, you know, they've been, they want to go again. They love it. So I have the number 3, 6, 36. I have a cross. I'm spiritual. I'm going to say I'm spiritual. Here's a globe. I want to travel the world. Yeah, that I would say that that's an important thing. There's a little part of me that says I'm involved in the airlines. I work for the airlines. I fly for work. I could be a pilot. But it is a feeling of air travel being important to me. So maybe this person has to travel for work. And they have been all over the world, you know, or they happen to go a lot of different places. I have a star, beautiful pink star. That came in as they're putting you first. Okay, that felt nice. I have a heart. Yeah, I'm going to put the star and the heart together because it felt like they're putting me first. I have an Eiffel Tower, so definitely a trip to Paris. I have my heart is on wings. Okay. You've given me wings. Look what you've done to me, they said. You're a magnetic force to be reckoned with, is what they had said. I have a male deer, a buck, and so it feels like a very strong divine masculine energy. I'm going to say like an alpha male energy. I feel like I stand out. I feel like I'm very confident, like an emperor energy. So I'm going to say a very strong divine masculine energy. So that you challenge them. If you're a force to be reckoned with, that's why they're going to want to be with you, is that you're not weak. You are strong, and they're going to want to be with a strong person. I have a light bulb. So a little bit of an epiphany energy there with, I'm realizing now that you could be the person I want to spend the rest of my life with. I'm realizing now that this is amazing. And then I have a storybook. So I'm going to put these two together. Like, this is just the beginning of our story. This is just, yeah, I'm going to say it that way. It's like, you know, beginning of our love story. You know, it's just, sometimes the beginning is great, but it's not necessarily the best part. For a lot of people, it gets better over time as you learn to love each other and you feel more committed and you feel safer and you feel more secure in that connection. So it's just the beginning of an amazing love story is how I feel. So here's my charms. Beautiful. And let's get a couple more messages. Let's see what else they want you to know. Spirit, what else is there about this person that you want to share with me? Let's see. I have a Magician. I have a Two of Pentacles. I have an Empress. Yeah, it was very much a feeling of choosing. And then it was like, I choose you with that Empress. So this person is definitely having a light bulb moment that I think I just found my person. I have a Hermit. You're going to pull this person out of being single to being in a long-term relationship, or you could even be the one. You could be the person that they want to be with. So yeah, does that light bulb go off? Absolutely. Do you feel at times that, I don't know, it just comes into you that all of a sudden you realize, I think I'm with somebody that's really going to last, you know, or I'm hoping it's going to last, you know, you just feel like hopeful. Three of Pentacles. I have a Five of Pentacles. I have a Three of Swords. And I have a Five of Cups. So there is a little bit of, first it came into me as we can make it through anything. It was a sense of together we can make it through anything. There's fear, as in any relationship. What's the bottom of my deck? King of Wands. King of Wands, Six of Swords, and a Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, there's fear. I'm going to say it's more of a, I just don't want to have my heart broken. I don't want to be disappointed. I don't want to get hurt. You know, everything that everybody goes through. But Spirit says that kind of washes away in a very short period of time as we learn to trust each other. We don't worry about those things after a while. We're not really worried about where's this person going or is this person walking away. And it really just turns into, I feel like we're meant to be together. I feel like we are destined to be together. I've never felt this way about anybody before. So I'm going to say that this person is, you know, they're saying, what was the word they just said? They want to capture you is one the main feeling, but it was more of a you've captured them. Like you've encapsulated them is kind of how it felt. Like you somehow have, I don't know, maybe they feel like, oh my God, you know, this person has my heart. This person, you know, I'm not going anywhere. You know, I don't want to go anywhere. This is the love that I have been manifesting and that I have been waiting for. Let's get some loving messages. Let's see what they want you to know about feelings around this connection. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that you need me to know? I want to share everything with you. So very open, very honest. Good. I can't believe how I feel when I'm with you. Yeah. Sometimes it just feels right. It just feels easy. Everything falls into place. I want this union as much as you do. So I don't feel like we are struggling with that. I don't want to get hurt too much. I feel like it crosses our minds, but we're grown-ups. I feel like it's more of a, this is the beginning. I'm going to go back to that. This is the beginning of our love story, and we can make it whatever we want it to be, is how I feel. That whatever kind of life we want to live, however we want to live it, we don't have to get permission from anybody else. We don't have to ask for guidance from anybody else. We get to decide how we want our relationship to be. I know that we are soulmates. Oh, gorgeous. I'm going to put this out into the universe. It feels really good. Feels wonderful. If it's not here today, We're just going to ask Spirit to bring it to you now. I want to thank Spirit for these messages. Thank you for being here. As always, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Comment below, claim it, own it. It's yours. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, please go to my website, kathymamolinspsychicmedium.com. Also, check out my other 2 channels, my Pick a Card channel and my Twin Flame and Soulmate channel for some additional uploads over there. But I like this feeling of this is our love story, and it's just the beginning. Doesn't get any better than that, guys. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.